Stupefy! Stupefy! Is that all you've got?
Levioso!
Professor Hecat!
Perhaps you'd be good enough to blast each other to pieces on your own time. I get new students every year, but I only have one Hebridean black skull. It was a token from the Great Poacher Raid of 1878. No doubt you've heard of it. Now, you may be asking yourself how an old woman like me single-handedly took out the largest poacher ring in eastern Wales and lived to boast about it. Knowledge. To the wise, age matters very little. Today we will review a spell that has saved me from death at the hands of dark wizards more times than I care to remember. Levioso.
Levioso? A levitation charm?
Levioso! A surprised opponent is a weak opponent. Care to defend yourself, Master Pruitt? No? One thing I've learned as an unspeakable is the value of simplicity, especially in the heat of battle. Now, let's practice what we've just learned, starting with something small.
I thought it was Leviosa, not Levioso. Okay. Swish and flick.
Levioso!
Now, let's try something a little larger.
She looks exactly like Professor Fig.
Let us begin with the basic cast. See how the dummy deflected your cast? This time, cast Levioso first, then the basic cast. Remember, a surprised opponent is a weak. Good. Now, the bit. Well done. Very good. But the best way to practice is by dueling. We'll start with you two. Duelists, take your marks.
Time for a proper Hogwarts welcome.
Now, I want a fair duel, using only Levioso, basic cast, and Protego. You may begin.
Good form.
I know.
Lucky.
Nothing lucky about it.
Protego.
Protego. Complicated.
I was gonna say,
I do enjoy a lively duel.
Not bad for a beginner. You give as good as you get.
I put you on the spot, and you rose to the challenge. Points to Ravenclaw.
Thank you, Professor Hecat. Glad to have the opportunity to practice.
If what I've seen today is any indication, we can expect great things from you. I demand excellence from my students. They are capable of achieving it, and they must achieve it. A classroom duel is one thing, but battling dark wizards, or as ever more likely, goblins, is a different kettle of Grindylows entirely.
Understood, Professor.
So, I'd advise you to keep practicing whenever you can. Perhaps Mr. Sallow will have some ideas for you. Again, well done today. I shall reach out soon with additional assignments. All
Cool.
right. That's enough spectacle for one day. Classes.
I'd hate to face Professor Hecat in a duel.
Okay. This looks like what Gilderoy Lockhart's office.
Oh, I'm not much for dueling. I prefer to keep things friendly. If you know the right spells, it's dark wizards that'll fear you, not the other way around.
There was a thing, wasn't there?
Revelio.
The sad dragon skeleton that hangs in the Defense Against the Dark Arts classroom is allegedly a trophy taken by Professor Hecat. Oh, she's just told us that.
Huh. Always thought Levioso was for first years. Not anymore.
Nice work.
Hello?
I enjoyed that.
Well, that duel was quite something. Everyone will be talking about it.
It was certainly good practice.
Practice? It felt more like I was dueling an expert. Sebastian Sallow, by the way. Didn't expect a new student to be so deft with a wand. Then again, perhaps this wasn't your first duel.
In fact, it was. Perhaps I have a knack for it.
Be coy if you like, but I know better. Magic requires intention and talent. You know, you might be a perfect fit for a certain exclusive, unsanctioned dueling organization.
Unsanctioned? I don't know. School rules are in place for a reason.
Yes, to keep students in the dark. So many things we're deemed unprepared to know.
He's not wrong.
If you want to get the most out of your time at Hogwarts, you're going to need to break the rules now and then. Whether it's joining a secret dueling club, or sneaking into the restricted section of the library, you just have to be clever enough not to get caught.
Thank you, Sebastian. I'll keep that in mind.
Good. Pleasure chatting with you. I'm sure I'll see you soon. Perhaps somewhere unsanctioned? We'll see if your performance today was sheer luck or actual skill. Look for Luke and Brattleby near the clock tower entrance, if you're interested. Till next time.
Are you checking me out?
You dueled Sebastian. He's strong competition. Well done.
Revelio.
What do I do now then? Do want to check out the library at some point. Quests. Meet with Professor Weasley. Oh, we need to go to Hogsmeade. Where is she?
I've always said that
Revelio.
travel broadens the mind.
Oops, sorry. I want to go to the library. Did you say Lucan was in the courtyard? Or was it the clock tower?
What about the room, Professor?
I was thinking the same thing, Deek. Perhaps you could help.
Pause.
Oh, excuse, Deek.
Ah, there you are. I trust your first classes went well?
They did, Professor.
I heard as much from Professors Hecat and Ronan. Seems Professor Fig taught you quite a bit during your brief detour near... what was it you said? Some ruins? I'd wager there's a good deal more to your travels here than what you've told me. Isn't there?
No.
Nothing more, Professor.
I see. Like trying to get a sonnet from a streeler. Regardless, you must continue to build upon what you've learned. In
I'm
that
not
regard,
snitching.
I've asked your professors to help hasten your progress with some extra assignments.
Great.
Professor Ronan did mention something about that.
In fact, Professor Ronan will meet you outside momentarily to assign your first one. Now, regarding the trip to Hogsmeade I mentioned earlier, we've arranged to replace the supplies lost on your way here, including seeds, potion recipes, and spellcrafts.
Thank you, Professor.
And Mr. Ollivander will connect you with the perfect wand. You've managed your classes well with a borrowed wand, but you'll find the magic you cast with your own wand to be far superior.
There's an Ollivander's in Hogsmeade.
There is. Most people are familiar with the shop in Diagon Alley. We're fortunate to have someone like him nearby. Mr. Ollivander is a genuine craftsman and highly skilled wand maker. I would trust no one else to pair me with a wand.
I've never heard of a spellcraft before, Professor. What is it?
A spellcraft is a recipe of sorts used when conjuring objects. I shall explain more about them when you begin working with transfiguration magic.
Can you tell me more about the potion shop, Professor?
J. Pippin's Potions stocks a wide array of potions ingredients, although they rarely sell recipes. Professor Sharp asks that they have a couple of particular recipes on hand for you.
I'm eager to get to Hogsmeade.
Very well. I'd like you to make your first visit to the village with a classmate. Help you get your bearings. Perhaps Sebastian Sallow or Natsai Onai. I've noticed you spending time with them.
How does she? Oh.
I'd like to go with
Okay,
Natty.
Excellent choice. Miss Onai is one of our most talented students. And she knows the area. She'll keep you well clear of any of Victor Rookwood's undesirables en route.
Rookwood?
A rather unsavory local. Best to avoid him and his associates, including his right hand of sorts, Theophilus Harlow, if you can. Once you've finished Professor Ronan's assignment, your friend will meet you at the castle doors. No time to waste. The sooner you complete your work, the sooner you can enjoy a butterbeer at the Three Broomsticks.
So I'm guessing we will end up meeting the guys she said not to. Speak to Professor Ronan to receive your first assignment. Assignments are types of quests given to you by a Hogwarts professor that, when completed, reward you with new spells. The reward for completing your first assignment will be the Mending Charm Reparo, which is required to complete other quests. Okay. I saw something yesterday which said that Ravenclaw is the house with the least side quests. Don't know if that's true, but that would be kind of annoying if it is.
Ah, there you are.
You have a new spell to teach me, Professor?
Indeed I do, and an exceedingly useful one at that, the Mending Charm Reparo. Fixes things right up, makes a broken object good as new in the blink of an eye.
It seems as if that might come in handy.
More frequently than one would imagine. As Professor Weasley mentioned, I am not the only one who will be teaching you spells outside of class in an effort to catch you up with your peers. A number of your professors have agreed to do so as well, but first, each shall ask that you complete a few preliminary tasks to hone your magic. I have arranged some for today. See them through and then report back to me. We will have you casting Reparo in no time.
Why must I first complete tasks to learn Reparo?
No lesson or lecture can compare to first-hand experience, and these tasks should provide you with just that. Such experience is invaluable when mastering any new bit of magic.
I'll start on the task right away, Professor.
Collect the flying page near the broken statue.
This is the right area. I wonder where the flying page is.
Ah.
Accio! Got it. page must be around here somewhere.
If only a new student were to help me with my sad predicament.
I hate it when people do that. Let's talk to her
Are you
anyway.
alright? Don't you know who I am? Zenobia Noke, the girl whom everyone at school hates for no
I've
reason.
seen this one.
I'm sorry the other students weren't more friendly.
The
That's kind of you.
Gobstones, is
I
it?
suppose there are a few decent souls here. I wanted to make some new friends, and so I brought my collection down to the common room. My Gobstone collection, that is. I was hoping someone would want to play. Are you familiar with Gobstones? Little balls, like marbles. Grand game. And if you lose, they spray you with a foul-smelling liquid.
I haven't much interest in a game that sprays you with odors.
Only if you lose, which I never do. Or at least, not often. People can be so cruel. Just because they're sprayed all over with smelly Gobstone spit, it's their own fault for losing. Imelda is one of the worst losers. Everett and Astoria are terrible as well. And now those poor losers have taken my Gobstones and hidden them in very high places all over the school.
Rather an overreaction on their part.
I'll say. Anyway, I can't work out how to get them back on my own. I don't think I know the necessary spells yet. I need someone, perhaps a selfless and talented 5th year to help me.
Do you have any suggestions on how to get your Gobstones down from their hiding spots?
If I knew that, I'd get them myself. Whoever hid my Gobstones that high got up there somehow.
Haven't you any friends at school?
Not really. Natty said hello once, but not a word since.
Oh, it's kind of sad.
I'll see what I can do.
I'd appreciate the help. If you do find all of my Gobstones, do come and see me again. I'll be back to playing Snake Pit and Jackstone by myself in no time.
Oh, I do feel kind of sorry for her. Where's this flying page?
Revelio.
Oh.
Brilliant.
Oh my god.
I'd better keep an eye on high places around the school for Zenobia's
I completed the assignments, Professor.
Marvelous. You clearly know your way around basic charms. Let us give the old mending charm a try then, shall we? Remember to be deliberate in your enunciation and movements. I want to see some vigor. Now, wand at the ready.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Remember, your wand is a conduit of your magic.
All the icons have changed. Buttons have changed. The mending charm can be used to mend broken objects and pieces of the environment.
That's it. Very good. If you would like to practice mending something, have a go with that broken statue in the alcove by the water. It allegedly symbolized heartbreak. Perhaps a jilted lover thought it too accurate and lashed out.
So which ones?
Reparo.
Nicely done. Works like a charm, doesn't it?
Did I not get anything?
Revelio. I'd better keep an eye on
what's
high
that?
places around the school for Zenobia's Gobstones.
Is that one?
Oh, that's
That's one of Zenobia's gobstones.
Ah.
I hardly see what all the fuss is about.
Where's this? Taking me on the map. We've got a flying page.
As a muggle.
I thought Professor Black would get rid of all the muggle-born students. Too much to hope for, I suppose. I can't believe Black is still the headmaster. He
Revelio.
I'm still struggling with that.
Something's twinkling somewhere.
Anyone in the wizarding world without
Revelio.
Handy resource indeed, your field guide. I'm most pleased to be included.
It's taking me.
I'd better keep an eye on high places around the school for Zenobia's gobstones.
Revelio.
That one.
Accio.
Oh. Stop.
Accio. Revelio.
Is that not a gobstone? Can I get it?
Revelio.
Why is it saying to come? No, go down. Ah, that's why.
I'd better keep an eye on high places around the
I
school
hope
for
it's not going to
Zenobia's
show me where they all
gobstones.
are. That kind of spells
Accio.
the fun. It is. It's going to show me where they all are, isn't it?
Off on another adventure, are we?
Wish it wouldn't. Oh. It's taking the fun out of it, kind of. I don't know if there's a way to turn it off. Kind of want to be able to try and find them without being literally shown where to go. Where? I saw one of the videos from the developers who said everything you can see you can fly to, so I'm really excited to get a broom and just see how big the map actually is. It's like, you see those mountains that are just in shadows over there, can you see them or not, or is it just like the trees?
I'd better keep an eye on high places around the school for Zenobia's gobstones.
Revelio. Accio! Levioso!
Oops. Where? Oh. That's cool. Whoa. That's so sick.
Revelio. What are you up to now?
Is that the same person?
I'd better keep an eye on high places around the school for Zenobia's Gobstones.
Oh, she says that when there's one nearby. That must be...
Revelio.
Trophy room. This room contains the House Cup, Quidditch trophies, dueling trophies and other awards given at the school. Students who step out of line can be found polishing the silver here by hand as a reminder of the value of hard work. As they should. There's one.
Accio!
I wonder if... I keep saying that we get points for Ravenclaw, but is there anything to do with the House Cup? Hogwarts Herbology Award. In recognition of exemplary skills in the field of herbology, Hogwarts bestows a special award upon 7th grade Hufflepuff Mirabelle Garlick. From mandrakes to mistletoe and Bobo tubers to bouncing bulbs, her work with Flora has exceeded all expectations. That's the teacher, right? Professor Garlick?
Revelio.
Goblet of Fire casket. The Goblet of Fire rests within this ancient jewel-encrusted chest. The goblet has served as a means of selecting champions for the Triwizard Tournament since the contest's establishment in the late 13th century. Cool! Another Gobstone.
You can't imagine how inconvenient travel was before I invented flu powder.
I'd better keep an eye on high places around the school for Zenobia's Gobstones.
There it is.
Here. That's the last of Zenobia's Gobstones. I should go and see her.
Can I use blue powder to go back? You find. There we go. Rebel?
How nice to see you, my young friend.
Oh, where is she? Zenobia. Used. As quests. monsters then. So I clearly Blue travelled.
I hope you've had more luck than I did tracking down my gobstones.
Hello, Zenobia. I've found all of your gobstones.
Really? I didn't think it was possible. However did you do it?
Common sense and basic magic.
Well, may I have my gobstones back?
Oh, I can't do that to her, can I?
I'm afraid I've decided to keep them. That'll teach you to stink up your classmates.
What? You'd keep my prized collection
Oh,
for
I
yourself?
regret that. I shouldn't have done that to her.
I'm only teasing. Of course you can have them.
Oh, thank Merlin. You had me worried there. Now that I have all my gobstones back, I wonder if anyone in the common room would be up for a game.
That's a horrible idea. No one wants to get that awful stench all over them again.
Why not? Gobstones are splendid fun, and now everyone knows the rules. Very well, off I go. Wish me luck.
Oh, so that was a relationship challenge. Okay, let's go to Hogsmeade.
Revelio.
This ornate fountain features intricately carved statues of denizens of the magical world, including a set of stone sirens encircling the fountain's base. I haven't seen any more of those empty picture frames. Ooh. Ew. Oh, it's giving me creeps. Ew. No, get that. Get me out.
Revelio. Three sister bells are said to be a tribute to three similarly named beautiful steep ridges that rise majestically over a glen in Argyllshire. It is rumoured that one can hear them ring in the glen way across the highlands when they are rung in the castle. Locals have been baffled by the mysterious ringing throughout.
I heard an ex-Aura lives in a hamlet outside of Hogsmeade.
Revelio.
He is fighting dark wizards.
I enjoy my weekly visits to Dogweed and Deathcap. I find I'm more comfortable around plants than people.
I want to go plant shopping.
My friends and I like to spend our...
Off on another adventure, are we?
I've missed class for a week.